the safety car is now going round. We're on the second to last lap, and all the lapped cars are still between Max and Lewis and between everyone else. I actually have the order that they were in beforehand.
I'm surprised he didn't let
What do you reckon?
like the way he did it was weird. So he could have let he could have done. I think they did 3 laps under safety car.
It was 53. There's 58 in total.
Yeah. So
I think Lewis might have crossed the line, so I don't know if it was 53 or 54. The accident was 50. So it would have been 53. Sorry, yeah.
Say 4 laps under a safety car. What surprised me is they cleared the track out in 2 laps, so he could have legitimately at the 3rd lap let them go, let all the cars unlap themselves, give them a whole lap to build a gap, and then let Lewis and Max race for the last lap. If he'd done that, no one had complained because he's done everything by the books. Now, the reason people are complaining is because he went and said, you're not going to be allowed to overtake. And if he didn't do that, by the books, he's actually doing nothing wrong. People would have been upset, you ruined the show, this.
I think technically they have to. As much as
No.
I think they said in commentary that you don't have to let them pass.
It's up to
it's
up to the race director, like Michael Massey said.
Yeah.
It's up to him. Either he can let all the cars go, or let none of the cars go, keep the order. And then there's this rule, this overarching rule, which when it comes to safety, you can do whatever you want.
I'll get onto that because I completely disagree.
But essentially, he did not follow this rule. He did not follow this rule, and he just ended up. The reason people are annoyed is he said the cars are not going to be unlapped, and based on that, Mercedes were like, okay, you know what? We don't need to pit. We don't want to. We don't need to pit because if we pit, we give up track position, and Max is anyways 5 cars down the road. He's not going to be able in 1 lap to overtake 5 cars and reach us. If the race had ended under safety car, no one would have said anything. Safety and stuff, no one can say anything. If he let all the cars go with 2 laps and then 1 lap of racing, no one would have said anything. He said none of the cars are passing. Then he let only the cars between Max and Lewis pass. And then, it's the opportunity they got to bring up Brazil again, and they just could not let it go. He didn't even give them, he has to give them a lap to build up a gap before he did not do any of that. Why? Bro.
So we'll start from before. There's a crash. His options are red flag, safety car. Red flag or safety car, we'll start there.
I think red flag's fine. If you red flagged it, everyone would have been happy.
Here's the thing. He spoke to Sky Sports beforehand, to Corinne Chaddock or someone. There was a crash in practice where I think Kimi crashed there. And they said, if someone crashes there, do you reckon that's a red flag? And he goes, nah, it's a safety car. He says it's not worth it, it's a safety car. And the whole point of the VSC is so that it disrupts the racing less than the safety car. The whole point of the safety car is so it disrupts the racing less than the red flag. Because otherwise, if you don't have the VSC in the safety car, you red flag it for every tiny incident. So he's like, let's keep it going, safety car. I get that, because it's less of a disruption. Looking back, a red flag would have made sense, but that only would have made sense if we're admitting that he's going to do this for the show. Because it would have been a fair fight to the end, but a red flag would have meant he's doing it because of the show, not because of safety. I know the red flag is safer than a safety car, technically.
No, but you can also look at it that the race is going to end under the safety car, which is possible, but...
So here's the next option. He's now released, he's let the safety car out. They're doing safety car laps. They have to wait until the track is completely safe. Then they start this procedure. Now, the articles that people are quoting, 48 as a whole refers to the safety car. 0.12 is about the lapped cars. 0.13 is about how it ends. The lapped cars one, it says when the track is safe, you let all the cars go. It says, here's the confusing thing though. It says if it's unsafe, you don't let them through. So if we're interpreting this properly, the way I see it is, if it's safe, the lapped cars have to unlap themselves.
No.
But before, even in commentary, Sky Sports were saying, oh yeah, if he wants to let them go, he can let them go. If he doesn't want to let them go, that's fine. I think I've seen both situations before, so that's nothing new. If he let them unlap themselves, or if he didn't let them unlap themselves, perfectly fine. the breach and what Mercedes are now complaining about is he's only let the cars between Lewis and Max go. This is wrong on so many levels.
He did it as well with like 30 seconds of notice. He's like, so he said the cars are not unlapping themselves, and then like 30 seconds later he's like, no, the cars can unlap themselves.
Yeah.
He's like, he got a call from the head of Liberty. He's like, don't ruin the show.
Honestly, the U-turn was inspired by Boris Johnson. Like, he went in, he came in, he said the thing, he said what they're going to do, they're not going to unlap themselves. He realises he's not going to be able to let them unlap themselves in time. No, wait, sorry. He says he's not letting them through. Then he realises, hold on, there's no way Max can have a proper fight with Lewis. Not saying he's trying to be biased to Max, he's trying to create some Netflix drama. So he goes, wait, hold on, we've got to let some of them through. But I can't let all of them through because then we won't have time. All right, you know what, you five, go. Which is so wrong because, first of all, it's a clear breach of the regulations. Second, since when were Lewis and Max the only drivers on the course? Like, I know technically the only people the casual fans care about are the two title contenders. But if I go here to what I've written down, we've got between Verstappen and Sainz, P2 and 3, Daniel Ricciardo and Lance Stroll were there. Mick Schumacher was between Bottas and Tsunoda. Now, Tsunoda got past Bottas in the end, fair enough. And so did Gasly as well. They both got past him on the final lap. But what if they didn't? Like, realistically, you're not giving them a fair opportunity. If you're giving Max Verstappen a fair opportunity to have a go at Hamilton at the end of the race,
you should give everyone.
You give everyone a fair opportunity to make the pass. So everyone's saying if Latifi crashed a lap before all of this, sure, perfectly fine. If Latifi crashes a lap before, the safety procedure is followed, and all the lapped cars are allowed to unlap themselves. Everyone has a fight to, whatever.
But that's the thing. He could have let the cars unlap themselves earlier because the track was clear.
I don't know about this.
No, the track was clear. You could see the track was clear. The marshals were off the track, so he could have let them through. But at that point, he wasn't going to let them through. Like,
no, I think he still rushed it, to be honest.
But that's the, if he'd red flagged it and he's like, okay, it's not that big of a crash that he'd red flag it. To be honest, I don't expect
that still would have been slightly dodgy, but it would have.
But
it wouldn't have been against the. It wouldn't have been a complete breach of the regulations.
Actually, it would have been better for Lewis. But no, if he red flags it, no one actually can. Like, he can just say because it's in such a tight part of the track, so he can say that, you know, at this point it's on the racing line as well.
It's a great. There's an argument there.
There is a really good argument for it being a red flag. I expected him to red flag because it's on the racing line. There's debris across the track. You're putting marshals in danger. All of this stuff. Just red flag it and start from the beginning. It's good for Lewis. He puts on new tires, defends, wins. Yeah, a bit of action at the end, I guess. But the way he did it just ruined everything. He ruined it for Lewis. It ruined it for Max fans. And I think it's like, I don't think Max is upset because he's just world champion.
He would be upset if it would ruin his celebrations if Merck then went and watched their protest.
But then I think it ruins the sport. It ruins the sport.
Yeah,
because,
definitely.
Because now, like, people who are getting into the sport and they were so excited. Like, this season has been incredible. I was telling my friends, like, you never get, like, his first season watching Formula 1 is this.
Is he the guy you were on the phone with?
Yeah. You're never going to get a season like this. And they ruined it at the end by doing what they did. And it's just like, why though?
It's stupid. Like, the sport is a joke now. Like you said, we've got football players now chatting. We've got Gary Lineker now talking about all of this. I saw Trevor Noah trying to chat. Trevor Noah goes, oh yeah, I know it's bad, but, you know, a controversial race is better than a boring one. I'm like, shut up, man. Then, like, everyone's talking about it. It's been trending on Twitter. It's been all over the place.
But then that might be their goal to just get F1 to, like.
Here's the thing, like, is it very American of them to go, you know, bad, no publicity is bad publicity or something. Let's just make the sport a complete joke. Anyway, I know Max fans are going to be like, you know, what about all of this, whatever. The thing is, everyone's had their swings of luck this year. The tyre was completely unlucky. The Bottas crash was completely unlucky. This is completely different purely because someone went and, through no fault of Max's, and no one's saying he doesn't deserve the title, we're just saying he got outclassed today, and the only thing that made him win was Massey clearly breaking the rules to try and create a show.
No, but then,
it's not unlucky.
The one thing I think, like, Mercedes are not going to win this is the clause that he, under the safety car, he has complete control of the race and complete.
Yeah, we didn't get onto this, right?
Yeah, so Michael Massey can do whatever he wants under the safety car. He has the powers to do. See, this is what surprises me. He could have done this at any point that like they could come to him, like at any point during the race, and he could be like, "This is what I think. This is how it's gonna be."
So here's
And
the
he
problem I
only
have.
does
That's why I
this
don't believe that.
in the last lap of the last race, like he's just creating drama, bro. Like
He is a Netflix spawned bot. But what I'm saying, same way Will Buxton is a F1 sponsored bot. What I'm saying is, Article 15 now, we're talking separate. That was 48 about the safety car. 15 is about the stewards, the officials, the people who police the sport. 15.3 is talking about the race director, Michael Massey, and it says he has overall authority or something like this over a bunch of clauses, A, B, C, D, whatever, and the last one, E, is the safety car. You've interpreted this as, oh, that means he can do what he wants with the safety car.
basically. Yeah.
Personally, I see this because in
But
context...
that's the thing.
Hold on. In context of 15 as a whole, not just 0.3, in context of 15 as a whole, it's under the sub-bracket, all of the officials. It references the clerk of the track, who's basically the local official owner of the track of Abu Dhabi. It talks about the other stewards, the people making the decisions. You know how the race director, Michael Massey, says, give the place back, otherwise I let the stewards investigate it, which is referencing a different three sets of, people who make the decisions. I'm saying the overall authority is in reference to these other people. So this overall authority argument, it actually means, for me, and quite a few other people are saying this as well, it doesn't mean you can just go off and break the rules if you really
But
want
that's
to.
the thing. That's the
It
thing.
means
it's
he
based
can
on precedent.
overrule other people's decisions.
But it's based on precedent. He can just go do people are saying he can go do whatever he wants, because it's not like, obviously it's written in like, that's why lawyers are getting involved.
Yeah.
But as long as you can prove that it's ambiguous enough, then fair enough. Okay. Well, you know what they're saying makes sense. We can't overturn it because under this clause, he's given the authority. So he's given the authority over the safety car. He can do whatever he wants under the safety car. It's not like the line is not like obvious. Like it's not like you have to let all the cars through or let none of the cars through.
That one is.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, okay, yeah.
Like, but it's overruled by this one because he has full authority, does he not? So
that
that's
one's
the whole
stupid.
point.
That one's really stupid.
That's the whole point of like. That's
the
why the
other-
lawyers are getting involved.
Yeah, because here's the other overruling thing. The argument they made, honestly, Red Bull's argument, reading them in the thing, it was awful. They were so bad. I don't know how. Obviously, I can see how they didn't overrule the decision about the championship.
They're
The
not
FIA
going
weren't
to.
going to admit that they've done this completely wrong. But the second thing that they ruined, so we've said about the cars overtaking or not and that drama. Once you let the lap cars through, you have to give them at least, well, it doesn't say at least a lap. It says the following lap you bring the safety car in if it's safe to do so. So these cars get let off, go off you go, you can drive round, just get out the way basically. And then you do another lap to give them enough chance to drive off, get out the way, catch up to everyone else, and then you bring the safety car in. What he did was he let them go and then brought the safety car in within like the same sector. Like, what is that? It was so desperate. Honestly, it was so desperate. Like, it was so blatant. It's a clear
That's what I'm
breach of
saying.
rules.
That's what I'm saying. If he only cared about the show, he should have just red flagged it.
Yeah, it would have
And
been.
like
Let's
standing
just say
start.
he's cheated it, and he hasn't even cheated it in a smart way.
Exactly.
Realistically,
He's
like,
done
it's
it in
stupid.
such a bad way that it just reflects very badly on this. I think at this point,
Exactly.
Michael
Bro,
Massey has
it's
to
so
go.
bad. If I was trying to steal your glasses, I wouldn't steal them when they're on your face. I would take them when they're in your bag. Like, bro, it's a robbery. Like, what's he trying to do? It's so stupid. I can't be.
See, I
bothered.
think
Honestly,
at
can't
the
be
end
bothered.
of the day, like